Yo, what is good YouTube? I'm Richie Kim, and today I'm going to be bringing you all the performance review on the Adidas Dame 5. Before we get started, if you will enjoy sneaker content just like this, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button down below. But anyways, let's get right into it. As always, starting off with the traction, Adidas has been using herringbone on a lot of their newer shoes lately, like the Next Level and the Harden Volume 3 and the T-Mac Millennium. And all those other shoes, they're sticking to traditional herringbone, and on the Dame 5, it is no different. It is a herringbone traction pattern that goes up and down and side to side, and the traction on the shoe, overall, I would say is really good. You know, at first, there is a break-in period where the traction really just kind of sucks. I'm not gonna lie, it really sucked because it was just very slick, but after you break them in, I feel like the traction was really nice. If you're playing on clean courts, you guys are gonna stop on a dime, just no problem whatsoever. But if you guys are playing on your average pickup courts or your average gym courts, whatever you wanna call it, there is gonna be some dust present and you may have some issues, but I wouldn't say there are gonna be huge issues. For me in particular, where I'm playing at right now is a pretty damn dusty court. And for me, I have pretty good stops, but there are times where I will slide just a little bit before I come to a complete stop. And sometimes that can get really annoying. Other than that, I would say that the traction is pretty good. I'd say on dustier courts, just be careful. You may run into those slipping issues, but like I said, you just slide a little bit before you come to a stop rather than stopping on a dime. So I'm not saying that the traction is bad, but it's definitely not as good as when you're playing on those nicer courts. Another thing to mention though is that the traction, at least from my experience, what I could tell is when you're going forward, so like linear stopping, you stop like pretty damn well. But on lateral stopping, like say on lateral cuts and whatnot, that's where I experienced the slight slipping or just not stopping on a dime. Linear movements, I never had any problems. Another thing to mention about the traction, at least in this particular colorway, which is like a half translucent, half solid outsole, is that it does pick up a little bit of dust on dustier courts. So if you want to maintain really nice traction, just wipe and then you guys are good to go. Moving on to the cushion, pretty much like every other Dame shoe besides like the Dame 2 maybe, the Dame 5 features a full-length bounce cushion, and bounce is still a super underrated cushion setup from Adidas in my opinion. I really like bounce because, at least for me, for my playstyle, it suits me perfectly. It gives me everything I want and nothing that I don't. So for me, I value impact protection while also maintaining that responsiveness and court feel, and this does exactly that. You do have a little bit of bounce in the shoe. I'd say it's maybe slightly bouncier than the Dame 4, but I haven't played in those shoes in a long time and I don't have them anymore, so I can't really say for sure, but the bounce is nice. It's not, it's not overkill. You have a lot of court feel and responsiveness, and you do also have that impact protection. So my recommendation is, if you guys like to feel light on your feet while also having that impact protection, then this bounce cushion you guys are going to be completely happy with. So moving on to the materials, the Dame 5, at least in this colorway, features like this kind of like knit upper, or maybe it's a mesh, I'm not even sure, but it doesn't feel the best quality wise, but performance wise, the materials do the job just fine. What I really didn't like about the materials on this colorway of the Dame 5 is the fact that they use this like felt material in the back half of the shoe, and it is for the entire back half. So on the medial side and on the lateral side, you do have like this felt material, which feels very, very similar to what they use on the Kobe AD mids. I'm not a fan. It feels cheap. It just doesn't look good. Like I said, performance-wise, the materials do just fine, but it really just doesn't feel good, and I would prefer that they use other materials that are, nicer, but still keep it in the same price point. This is only for this particular colorway. Maybe some other colorways will also feature the same materials, but there's gonna definitely be some other colorways that are gonna have probably some synthetic leather and just overall better quality feeling materials. Performance wise, the materials are no problem, they get the job done. Just from a quality standpoint, I wish they were a little bit better. So moving on to the fit, you guys are definitely gonna have to go down a half size. Like the Dame 5s run big, Wide footers, I think you're gonna be okay going down a half size. I'm a slightly wide footer and I went down a half size because, you know, I thought they were gonna run big and I was right. So I'm really glad I did that. Going true to size as a slightly wide footer, you guys should be completely fine. I didn't really feel any pressure on the sides of my foot, so you guys should be good there. If you are like really wide footers, extra wide footers, definitely try these on in stores beforehand. For everyone else, you all should be good going down a half size. The way I like to describe the fit on the shoe is pretty much from like the toe box to the back is really nice, but toe box to the front is not so nice because, you know, it does run a little bit long unless you go down a half size. And also there is a little bit of dead space up in the toe box area, which you can sometimes feel, but from the toe box to the back of the shoe, the fit is amazing. Like this lacing system combined with just like the overall structure of the shoe gives you a really, really nice fit where it just feels like your foot is just being sucked into the shoe. Not only that, but there's also some Achilles pillows in the heel area, which really just, you know, help lock down your heel and give you a better fit. Moving on to the support, I think the support in the Dame 5 is phenomenal. The support is probably one of the Dame 5's best features. I didn't have any heel slippage or side-to-side movement on the footbed. I didn't feel any lack of support on lateral movements. So the way the bounce cushion is formed on the shoe, you are sitting inside it just a little bit. You also have this huge rubber piece right here that's attached to the midsole and part of the upper of the shoe that acts as containment for your foot. And on the medial side, this piece of bounce cushion actually extends up, so you also have containment on your medial side as well. As far as the heel goes, there are Achilles pillows which help lock down your heel, and also, you know, it does have a built-in internal heel counter which just overall locks your foot. Combine that with the lacing system and you have A1 support in the Dame 5. The Dame 5 retails for like $110 or $115, and for that price, I definitely think that these are a great shoe to play in. If you all are interested in picking up a pair, go for it. You guys shouldn't be disappointed. Just keep in mind, you guys may run into the issue that I did with the traction, where at the beginning, I thought the traction was abysmal. Like, I was shocked that the herringbone didn't work like it's supposed to, but just give it a little bit of braking time and you guys should be fine. Everything else on the shoe is good. Just keep in mind there is also a little bit of dead space up in the toe box area, but going down half size should keep it very, very minimal. Overall, I'm pretty happy with the performance of the Dame 5, so if you all want to pick up a pair, I would say go for it. That's pretty much it for this video. If you all like this video, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button down below, and also smash that thumbs up button for me as it really does help me out. While you guys are at it, check out this video on my left and on my right, and that's pretty much it. Until next time, peace.